Let's go off the charts. Brought to you by CH Insurance in conjunction with the ML Sports Platter. I'm Mike Lindsley and thrilled to bring onto the show one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guys, Jack Curry, Yes Network Yankees analyst. Here we go, Jack. It's postseason. You love it. We love you on TV. Can't get enough. And of course, pick up Jack's work on the 98 Yankees, the New York Times bestseller, all over the major bookstores as well. And follow him on Twitter at Jack Curry. Yes. Thanks so much for a couple. How are you?
Hey, Mike, it's always good to speak with you. And as September now quickly turns into October, I have to tell you, it's my favorite time of the year.
No doubt. So this Yankee team, they went to the World Series last year. They're trying to get back there. Give me a reason that they can make a deep run and give me a reason they won't make a deep run.
Well, we'll start with the positive, right? The reason they can make a deep run is because if you look at the last 6 or 7 weeks of the regular season, they had the best record in baseball. They finished very strong. They won their last 8. They won their last 11 out of 12. I look at their starting rotation, and I think they have a ton of confidence in the pitchers they will give the ball to start games. I think Fried and Rodon, Mike, as a 1-2 is as good as any 1-2 that any other postseason team has. I think their bullpen, which we all know is so vital in the postseason because nobody is coming out and throwing 8 innings or 9 innings anymore. They're going to go to the bullpen early and often. And I think they have a lot of confidence in Weaver, Williams, and Bednar. We saw that towards the end of the season. Those are the 3 pitchers that the Yankees are going to rely on. I think their offense is strong. Judge is the MVP, but he's got other players around him, and Bellinger and Grisham and other players who can contribute to what they're trying to do. Now, if you ask me reasons that it could go wrong, I'll take everything that I just said and flip it. They're in a 3-game series. They're facing Crochet in game 1. The Red Sox have as much confidence in Crochet as the Yankees do in Fried. So if you lose game 1 at Yankee Stadium, you're 9 bad innings away from your season ending. So game 1 is so vital. And I'll go back to the bullpen. And you need to be able to rely on those guys that if you've got a lead late in games, you've got to be able to shut those games down.
Is there a mindset now where the Red Sox, they know the Yankees, since 2004, it's been Red Sox on the big stage. They've won it. They've owned them. Cora outmanages Boone. They get the big hits with runners in scoring position, which I think is maybe the number one reason the Yankees haven't gotten up over the final hump. I mean, it seems like every postseason game I watch, 2 on, 2 out, late game, can't get the big hit. The pitching's been fine. The bullpen's hung in. It's the big hits. Boston gets him against the Yankees. Others get him against the Yankees. Is there a mindset in the last 21 years where Boston, there's ownership there, and the Yankees, they really don't have success? That's why I don't like this matchup for New York. I really don't.
Yeah, Red Sox took 9 out of 13 from the Yankees this year. They won 5 out of 7 at Yankee Stadium. So they clearly were comfortable playing against the Yankees. I think when you look at the players they have in their lineup now, I would push back from this perspective. Grisham has had a ton of big hits. We're just going to put Judge off to the side for a second because Judge needs to perform. And you look at Judge's postseason numbers, they're not close to what his regular season numbers have been. But I also look at somebody like Bellinger, who I think so many young hitters could learn from what Bellinger does in terms of, hey, I've got this approach for the first 2 strikes, but if a pitcher gets the 2 strikes on me, I'm going to shorten it up and try and put it in play. I think hitters like that could be very important to what the Yankees are hoping to accomplish this October.
My final question for you is the MVP one. You already answered my Aaron Judge postseason one, so I'm getting right off that, and I knew you were going to cover it anyway. Rally and Judge, I mean, these 2 seasons are unbelievable to happen in 2025 at the same time. I understand catcher. I understand switch hitter. I understand the records, the number 60, the durability, the demands of that position. But Jack, come on. I mean, the offensive categories of Judge and the guy's 80-plus points better in batting average. I'm sorry for the analytic people, but it matters to me, batting average. I lean Judge MVP. I think he's got to have a great October eventually here. This guy, he needs it for his legacy. But MVP-wise, I got Judge by maybe that much, maybe.
Yeah. I've been vocal on the Yes Network about the fact that I believe Judge is the MVP. And were I not working for the Yes Network and was still at the New York Times, I would be saying the same things. for some of the reasons that you just addressed. And Mike, I always want to make sure I preface this by saying I'm not trying to disparage Cal Raleigh. This
Right.
guy had an historic season of 60 home runs while playing the most demanding and most difficult position on the field. I get all of that. I understand the importance of all of that. You mentioned batting average. I'm going to go to a number that the front offices and the analytic departments like more than batting average, OPS.
Yep.
When the Yankees are evaluating a position player, the first number they go to is OPS. Judge's OPS was 200 points better than Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
So how about we do this? We go from Judge to Cal Raleigh, a 200-point gap. How about we go from Cal Raleigh to somebody who's 200 points behind him? I think that puts in perspective the gap between them. And MLB.com lists about 30 different offensive categories. Judge has Raleigh in all of those categories except for home runs and runs batted in. So whatever love we are giving to Raleigh, or the voters are giving to Raleigh, for the defense, for being a switch hitter, for the home runs. And by the way, Judge has 53 home runs, so it's not as if he blew them out of the water. Judge's offense, to me, means that this should be a resounding MVP win for him. I'm not sure it's going to be. I've talked to some people who have votes and who have had votes in the past, and some of them side with Raleigh. I was at Yankee Stadium today and was talking to some people within the Yankee organization and some sports writers. There are people who think it's going to be close. I don't think it should be close. I think Judge should win handily.
Yes, Network Yankees analyst Jack Curry, brought to you by CH Insurance. CH Insurance in your corner. Ask them about all the personal and commercial insurance plans at chinsurance.cc. And make sure you check out Jack's book on the 1998 Yankees, the greatest team ever, all over major bookstores and Amazon.com. We're going to catch you during the playoffs. We can't wait. Pre and post games, awesome work all year as always, Jack. And I know that you'll be cruising into the stadium with all your music on, with the windows down, all your favorite plays, all your favorite artists, man, and tweeting those out. So let's hear what the playlist is come postseason. But honestly, you're the best. Thanks for always coming out with me. I really appreciate it, and continued success in the October days here, my friend.
Mike, always enjoy talking to you, and thank you for promoting our coverage. We don't have the games that yes, but we will have pregame and postgame coverage wrapped around every postseason game the Yankees play.
Jack Curry, thank you so much. You're a pro, bud. Take care.